Okay folks, my Taptes center console insert finally arrived. I ordered this on May 30th. That's only a couple weeks ago, and today is June the 11th, which I ended up picking it up today. It was actually, supposedly there was an attempted delivery yesterday on June the 10th, but that was through our United States Postal Service, and they said they attempted a delivery, but it did not make it. So as you can see, it just arrived in a plain cardboard box. And here goes the shipping labels, and I'm going to open it up in the next section. 1 second. Okay, I got the box open, and as you can see inside, it appears to be very well packaged. I'm actually kind of impressed how this thing is packaged. So I'm going to start opening this thing up little by little, remove some of the foam packaging. And you can see here in this bubble wrap is one of the side pieces. So I'm going to take this out carefully. Hopefully I won't mess it up. And if you look at it really close, the stitching looks pretty good here. Don't really see any issues here. However, there's a couple little indents that you can see right there, so not a fan of that. And back here, there's a little bit of a wrinkle. Maybe that'll come out with heat. So far, I would probably rate this maybe about a B+. Let's take a look at the other side of it, and you can see the inside. The leather appears to be just stapled onto this plastic thing. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to compare this to the interior of my Model S. Pardon me for the camera movement here, but you can see this here next to that, next to the regular leather. It actually looks pretty good. I'm not going to complain about this so far. Alright, moving on to the next few pieces. Inside here, there's a little note. Do you think our center console insert is worth $44.99? If yes, kindly help us share with other Tesla Model S owners. I would also prepared a small gift for you. Hope you like them. Happy Tesla owners always make our day. Demi. Alright. And it looks like my free gift is a couple key fobs. Alright, nice. Take it. Anyhow, let's move forward and get the rest of this stuff out of here. So in here it looks like the cup holder inserts. So I'm going to lay that out. Who would ever think the parcel shelf would come in handy? Alright, and I'm going to remove some other parts out of here. Let's take a look on the side here. Nothing but bubble wrap there. On the back, there's the other side piece here. I'm going to take this out. Let's take a look at this one. This one appears to be done much nicer. Does not have those defects. I'm going to see how those defects look. If those defects are noticeable, I will actually ask them to send me another replacement piece, and we'll see how their customer service is. Otherwise, this one seems to be in much better condition. There's no seams here, no creases, no markings. So we'll put that one up there. I'll let you see these side by side so we can show you what I'm talking about. If you look at the first one there, you can point out that crease. And if you look at the second one, there's those markings at the end. Whereas the second one does not have those markings. Okay, here we are moving to the console itself. So I'm going to remove some of this plastic wrap and take the console out for a second. Going to set it down here for a minute, and here here are the other two cup holder pieces. Lay them out. And there's also a installation instruction card, which I'll show you right there. Okay, it appears to be nothing else left in the box, which I really wasn't expecting anything else. Okay, so the actual center console insert was heavily wrapped in bubble wrap, and then you can see the entire thing is wrapped in cellophane. I'm going to get that off and then continue to the next part. Okay, well, here it is. I took off the wrapping, and let's take a look and see what kind of condition this thing is in. So here's the side, here's the spring. Assuming that that works for this door, which is covered in plastic at this point. Alright, there's one on the other side. Looks like a metal frame right here. There's some screws that hold this thing together, the side pieces. Some clips on the side. I'm going to spin it around. This would be the back of the unit. This is where you can see the holes for the cigarette lighter and the USB ports. There is a little bit of grease on here, so they must have greased these parts. This piece looks like it just comes out. I'm guessing it probably just sits in here. Yeah, I'll push it down a little bit. So there's not much else to say here. Oh, I'm sorry, I think this piece goes up a little bit. There you go. That's seated in there properly. So now you can see that that's actually aligned. All right, I'm going to spin it around the other side. Looks like there's a little grease on that mechanism. Same thing on the opposite side. Okay, let's take a look at the top. The opening. This is the slider mechanism. So it appears to be like a faux leather, or maybe leather, not sure. That's being used right here. Okay, that slides, that's two pieces. There's the insert right there. And then this door looks like it closes okay. Push it and it opens. So as of now, I'm going to leave that plastic covering on here. You can see this little piece of plastic. I'm going to leave it on there until I get this thing installed. Next to the installation. Okay, I'm going to proceed to install this. You can see right here I have the yacht floor installed per recommendations of several people on some of the TMC forums, and according to the Taptes customer service, they said the yacht floor can remain in place. All right, one of the things that I noticed that people had trouble with was getting the thing slid in properly and making it fit. So please take both seats, move them back as far as you can. And I actually did lower the seats to the lowest height. So that would be something that you definitely want to consider. Make sure you move your seats far back. All right, and the next step is sliding it in. For this part, I'm going to use a small microfiber towel right over the cup holders before I slide this in. This seems to be what everybody is recommending, including Taptes. So let's see how it works. Okay, you can see that I actually have it in there with some firm downward pressure with the towel up top. I was actually able to just push it down. Now it does appear loose, and you can slide it back, so that's lined up. I didn't have to do anything to the 12-volt port. That seems okay. Some people are suggesting putting something in the front to kind of push this back, but I'll let you know in a couple minutes once I put the side pieces in how well this decides to sit. So as installing this, it appears that on either side of this unit there are two screws here, and there's this mechanism that slides. Right now I actually tightened it up. This mechanism slides forward and provides a little bit more stability for the unit itself. It actually locks it in place, so make sure you tighten these up. This one's actually not tightened, but it's kind of interesting though. They put two different size screws. This one's a little bigger, this one's a little smaller. I have to look on the other side. Now I got to find a screwdriver that fits that small screw in the front. I will tighten those up and make sure you advance this thing forward so it stays tight. Right now you can hear it squeaky and moving, but I don't have the side pieces in yet, so hopefully that can help. Okay, I was actually able to get the side piece installed. Looks like it fits pretty good. The only problem is I'm getting a little bit of movement here, so I'm going to try to see if I can snap these in a little bit better. Hopefully there isn't any movement. Otherwise, I think it'll be okay. On to the other side. Okay, I'm now recording from the driver's side, and as you can see, there is a little gap right back here. As mentioned in the forums, I can't see why this would not work. So I'm going to have a couple towels. I'm going to put a few of them in here just to kind of push this back a little bit and provide some extra support. So I'm going to stuff a few towels back in here, and I'll show you how I do that. I think it would definitely help. Okay, so this is what I did. I ended up stuffing a towel right back in there. Hopefully that keeps this thing in check. You know, as I look on this side here, I don't recall seeing all the clips on the other side, so I'll have to review the video in a little bit to see if all the clips were there. But that could be why the other side was moving a little bit, so I'll have to look into that. So let's see what happens here. And the other thing too is, if I look right there, that looks like a little plastic clip. Here's the other piece here. So it is a part for the metal clip. This looks like a guide hole, and that piece looks like it's actually broken off, and this lower piece right here. So I'm gonna have to take a look and see if that will affect things. So far, not so good. Okay, well, here's the final installation. The side piece on the driver's side actually went in pretty nicely. It's pretty firm. This side is a little loose, but I think it's because it's missing those clips. So I'm going to have to email them, and hopefully they can respond and let me know if they can send me out the clips. I think it would at least keep this piece in a little bit better. I mean, it's not terrible with the few missing clips, so I think it might be okay. Otherwise, this looks okay. There is a little bit of an imperfection right here, which seems okay. Let me open this, close this thing here, I should say. This seems a little off here. I guess I'll take the cover off here to see what it looks like. Alright, and there goes a problem right there. The closing mechanism does not appear to work. I'll have to email them and see what the problem with that is. Let's see what happens. I'll close it here. You can hear a click. Well, there it goes. It actually does not really line up really well when it's closed. And I guess if you push it like that. Fortunate thing is I would probably actually leave this open all the time. So I don't find that to be a big deal. You can see the USB ports right here. Look like they lined up pretty good. Push them back. That seems okay. The 12-volt door opens up. Alright. So not a real problem there. That seems to be okay. Alright, let's open this up here. And the whole thing slides, and you can actually see the yacht floor all the way down the bottom. This is definitely much nicer. I do like the look of it. I also bought one of these a while back. Picked this up on eBay. Just got a leather finish in the front that actually matches pretty nicely. Alright, I'm going to put the cup holders in. That appears to be okay. Make sure I'm in the right spot here. Looks like I'm on the second one. Let's see if I can move it any closer. I'll actually try to do this with two hands, so I'll be right back. Okay, folks, this is the final piece of the video. So I have it installed. As you can see, the 12-volt adapter, USB ports are right there. You can see the opening right here. I'm not really happy with this. This does close. You have to be gentle with it, but it does not close flush. As you can see, it's kind of lifted upwards towards the back, and it's pointed down a little bit. So if you look at it from this angle here, you can see that there is a little bit of a gap. I really don't see that to be a huge issue, as I will probably be keeping this open most of the time. That's where I'll probably end up leaving my phone and change, etc. But it would be nice if that actually did close properly. I'm not sure if anyone has a suggestion or has this and was able to fix this, but if you do, please feel free to chime in and put something in the comments. In terms of the rest of the quality, when you open this up, it makes a little bit of a clicking noise as you open it up, which is fine. No sliding mechanism like the factory one, but that's okay. Automatic sliding, I should say. So you can keep this open just a little bit or pull it all the way back. I did put the cup holders towards the back because I'd like to use this extra space up here. I think that'll come in handy. I'll let you know how the cups fit in there, but they're definitely adjustable. You can adjust that to your liking. As I mentioned earlier, I did stuff towels on the side, and it's in the back of the unit, towards the front of the car, I should say. When I say the back of the unit, I meant to say the front. You can also reach under here, and you'll see the opening where there is a little bit of a space. In that space, you should be able to tuck in more towels if need be. Right now, I have the one towel, and it's staying in there nice and firmly. I think that's all I'll need, but you cannot see it if you look in there. You can also see the yacht floor directly through. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can show you the towels underneath, but I doubt it that it'll come up. I'm not really sure if that took or not. Anyhow, just because of the location, but you would be able to stuff a towel underneath afterwards if you choose to do it later. So for now, I'm rating this thing probably about an 8.5 out of 10. The fit and finish looks pretty nice. I will say it does match my leather interior, as you can see. I think if you have the black interior, it's going to look great. I can't really comment on the lighter colors, but if I'm not mistaken, the center console insert on anything later than 2016.5 that comes from the factory is indeed black. So I think you're going to be okay. So like the video if you think it was helpful, and please feel free to comment, and anybody that has any tips or suggestions, please feel free to add to this. Okay, I'm out. Thanks.